Here we are.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you, Connie.
Great to see you, Lynn. Thanks for having us.
All right. So we're on the Green Home Marin. And this is Connie Kirk and Lynn Chittick, and we live in Marin. And we're bringing a local organization to Actions of Impact because on Earth Day, we made a really strong idea that we should go local, but we should go global. So we're going local to global. And Connie and I have been friends for about almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such a blast to be part of her life and hers mine. We're both single moms. We're both like in the process of, so many layers of life, right? And she is an amazing designer. She's done amazing artwork. I've been part of her art shows. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but let me introduce first Green Home Marin. So I had a green store back east, and I was really excited to be part of this relationship with Green Home Marin because my first green home was in 1984. So I'm really proud of that. My kids grew up without chemicals in their home, without toxic areas of their life, like their toys were all wooden, you name it. So today we're going to have an amazing show. It's pretty exciting. And we welcome you. We hope you enjoy this. Every Saturday, we're trying to come on and showcase green businesses. So today we've got an exciting business, but first I'm going to let you introduce yourself, Connie, and share who you are because everyone, this is an amazing entrepreneur, another woman entrepreneur in Marin. Go ahead.
Thanks, Lynn. Well, I don't know how amazing I am, but I can tell you that I've been walking forward, putting one foot in front of the other for many, many years. And unlike you, Lynn, I was not green early on, and I have graduated my life and my lifestyle into more and more green products and green energy styles, and also a lot of energy work around that. So what I intend to bring to this conversation is today and moving forward is how we use energetics in our personal lifestyles to enhance both our own lives, but the lives of everybody around us. And it's that thing of if one person does something to impact in a positive way the environment, it spreads to another person. And so that's what I have to offer. Also, I can say that creating art, creating designing, creating energetically clean spaces in your house is all part of it. Reducing clutter in your life and in your mind. It's all part and parcel of this green home living that has been both, it's been in the news a lot lately and for a long time, but even now more than ever, we need to be on board together. Thank you.
Awesome, Connie. So I just feel like what you just shared is so huge. And, we have a friend coming on next week or the week after. We'll let you know. We've got a couple people lined up, but one is a friend that does oils, and her name is Jean Klochek, and she's an amazing person that was on Earth Day. And Connie and I both know her. And then our other friend, Penny, also is a tapping person, and both of them are amazing moms, amazing entrepreneurs, amazing green home people because they're making their life beautiful with the quality of life that you have in your home. And I think what Connie brought up with energetic medicine and her expertise is about that, her expertise on bringing you into your home space with a really powerful understanding that your energetics of your home. I've been doing energetics of cooking and developing cooking and natural ways of health, and that also brings forward. So my business for many years was Kiraku, and Kiraku is a business that really talked about the environment as well as food. And so how organic foods bringing into your homes versus GMO foods, for instance, and sugar and all the extremes of life, your home becomes another layer of supporting family with health. So I think we'll start with that. And I'm going to move it over to Connie. We were just talking before the show. We were like talking about, what we were going to talk about today. And one of the areas that I feel really excited about is a magazine that Connie brought forward. And it's a Marin magazine. And where we live in Marin, I just have to be very grateful today. My gratitude for living in Marin is about green, because we have an amazing natural food store called Good Earth. And again, he was a founder of this store when I came into town 12 years ago now. He was so supportive to me, and I was able to go to the Green Fest and cook, and he gave me all of my food for the cooking class. And so at the Green Fest in San Francisco and here in Marin, I tapped into immediately when I first came here, because from the East Coast to here is a whole transition, right? I have to transition into, and it's taken 12 years. And somebody told me that when I first moved to Marin, it'll probably take you 10 years to get familiar. But Connie grew up here, and Connie knows the area so well, and she's got so much to bring to Green Home Marin. And so I'm excited because we've got an opportunity now to really develop. And you'll see the link at the bottom ticking across, and it's the actions of impact. And that's what we started with our Earth Day. And my son built the platform. And what I'm going to share with you today is about saving water. And I'll share a little bit more story around that. But let me share what Connie has to share. She's going to talk about, the Marin magazine. And she found an article in there that I think is really helpful to people in Marin. So this is our local area. So we're going to go a little local, but we're going to go global in a minute. So, be with us and be inspired. If you have a green business, come on, message me, and we can definitely completely support you to come on the show. So go ahead, Connie. What were you feeling like inspired today and excited about seeing? And, what was your inspiration?
Yeah. This is such a vastly important conversation, and obviously it can't be covered in one show. So we're just kind of introducing the ideas that will then, expand and elucidate on in other shows. But this Green magazine, the Marin magazine, March 2020 has a great article on green ideas. And under the heading, it says Marin has some of the world's strongest climate warriors, but we're also among the worst offenders. And then it talks about how we can tip the balance in the planet's favor. And so, I would like to address, my own failings in that. I use too much water sometimes. I just do. And, I need to compost my, vegetables and fruits. And, maybe most of you or all of you on this call are already doing that. I have, been partially doing it, but, this is a call to action, to change, and to change in a positive way. And this is not to point fingers at anybody doing anything other than becoming more conscious of how we can align ourselves with nature and Mother Earth and our planet. So in the Marin magazine, in this article, it talks about Marin clean energy, and one of the headings says, since Marin Clear Energy started service in 2010, customers have reduced over 340,000 metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions. That's pretty darn good. Also in 2017, it talks about Paul Hawken, who founded Smith & Hawken, started an organization, Project Drawdown, with the mission of researching and promoting a path to draw down the point at which the concentration of greenhouse gases begins to decline.
I want to share just a little bit. Paul is actually a student of Michio and Aveline as well. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but isn't that cool?
No, talk about Michio and Aveline.
I mean, it's so amazing because Michio and Aveline, were the producers of the first natural food store in America, but they taught environmental awareness. They taught that inspirational moment. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I get excited about Paul because his early teachings were about natural foods and natural wisdom and natural ideas, and they brought this natural food movement. But in the environment, he's huge, and he's been a really big action taker, and I really want to support Connie and I to get him on the show. So Paul Hawken.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to kind of skip around, but why do carbon emissions matter? This is in this article. And it says carbon dioxide, CO2, is a gas form of carbon that traps heat in our atmosphere. Millions of years ago, levels of CO2 in the atmosphere were much higher, but slowly decreased as plants drew carbon out of the air and locked it away over time by forming coal, gas, oil, and peat. But during the Industrial Revolution, when we began burning coal and petroleum products and destroying forests, we started releasing that stored carbon. And the level of CO2 in the atmosphere has risen from less than 300 parts per million before industrialization to 407 parts per million today. And it's projected to reach 450 parts per million by the year 2040. So what does that say? The last time carbon dioxide levels were as high as they are today was in the Pleistocene era, Pliocene, sorry, about 3 to 5 million years ago. There were no humans on Earth then. The sea level was about 5 to 40 meters, 16 to 131 feet higher, and temperatures worldwide were much higher than they are today. In other words, we evolved to thrive on a planet dramatically different than the one we are creating now. So, that's a little bit of daunting history for us. Then there's, probably hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people on our planet that are actually working hard to change the carbon emissions and the products that we use from the big corporations and manufacturers down to our houses, our cars and our houses where we spend most of the time. And I think this might be a good time, Lynn, to maybe start talking about some products that, would, help our environment close to home.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very cool. So one of the areas that I became aware of very huge when I first moved to California was water. And that's why I wanted to start with this show. And this is our first Green Home Marin show. So if you are a business owner of a green product or a green idea that you'd like to bring forward, or if you're a person that would like to come on the show, please message us. But saving water is a huge topic. And so we decided this first Green Home Marin show would be about that, because I came to California, and back east we had lots of rain, we had lots of things. Well, I had spent my first 10 months in California without rain, and I was shocked. I was like, how do we do this? How does anybody live without rain? And it was dry, and it was so hard for me. And then in the last couple years, we've been watching so much of the drought, the causing of the fires, the discipline of what it takes for us to save water. And I got involved with a local community garden, and I learned about growing vegetables in a dry soil. So I started learning about that, and I started ideas around that. But one of the exciting areas that I became involved with many years ago at my store was solar panels. So my son, Adam, he is a solar entrepreneur, and a solar engineer. And this is one of the products he's worked on that we're going to share with you today. And it's pretty exciting. And I feel very blessed because his passion on solar and getting every house to go solar is really key. And we have investors. If you have anyone interested, we have investors that will do a project with you and be the financial person if you're a solar organization. So we've got a lot of opportunity at Green Home Marin to support entrepreneurs to move forward through this whole COVID time. But also through this time of COVID is a time to really start rekindling a society, a people, a understanding in your local area. And I feel like water, I think Connie can probably talk about drought better than I because she's been here longer, but she knows a lot about the area on drought in California because she grew up in California. So Connie, what do you know about drought, and maybe share about that before we go into our product?
Well, you put me on the spot. I'm not sure I know the technical terms for it, and I also, have been in Marin, back in Marin, about, I don't know, maybe 38 years. I actually was born here, but my family moved away, so I didn't grow up here actually. But I have been here quite a long time, and I've been through at least two drought seasons, serious drought seasons, and what I can tell you, and everybody on this call that knows Marin, it's very scary to watch our green, verdant forest and field and livelihood, turn to real brown and have no water in sight. And locally we have designed and participated. I'm part of a neighborhood group, a neighborhood fire walk group. But now the earth is saying to us, hey, we're not only thirsty, we're starving for water. And if you don't help us, the only thing that can happen is, everything catches on fire. That's what happens. So, saving water, preserving water for the times that we need it most is really important. Conservation of water energy. And in our own homes, in our own business, to be aware of that and conscious of that is vitally important. Yeah.
I totally believe it. So Green Home Marin is a show, and Connie and I are live on our Actions of Impact. So I'm going to give you that link in case you can't see this banner well. You can go on here and learn more about what we're going to do. So thanks, Connie. I think when I heard about the fires, I heard, I was kind of like, wow, this is so terrible. But then the smokes last year, right? The smoke and everything that happened to us, all of our electricity was shut down. And so then we've got a shutdown of a bigger issue because many of us didn't have electricity for 5 days. I didn't have electricity for 5 days. Did you have electricity?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So you were right there with me.
Yeah.
And it was so powerful because we would go and charge our phones to get the news. And this was just last year. I mean, this is how hard it's been in our county of just climate change. And so that's part of this whole process. So let me go forward and show a little bit about our page here. This is our page that we're going to be doing every week. Connie and I are going to have different products and different ideas, but this is our sprinkler. And I'm going to share a little bit about this because I'm pretty proud of it. My son, Adam, like I said, is a solar engineer. And he has been working on solar sprinklers. And solar sprinklers has been a tremendous amount of opportunity. When I saw this product, I was so excited. But let's watch this video. Connie and I will hop off and you can have the full screen of this. And we'll come back on in a minute. But I hope you can hear it. And I hope you can see what Green is the company, and you can see that on our show. You can tick on the bottom. There's a little ticker there that you can learn more. So go on to our link. I'll put the link up as well, Green. And you can just see how much it's making a difference in our town, and in people's homes. And like Connie said, we need to bring it home. We need to bring it back into our homes, change the way we've lived, change the way of our health, change the way of our relationships, and really start going green. So Green Home Marin is pretty excited to have you all here. So thanks, and please share this out. If you're on the show, please share it out for Connie and I. So Connie, we're going to scoot out of the show and we're just going to play this video, and I'll see you in just a minute. So there we are, right? I mean, it's so clear to me that we've got an amazing opportunity with Irrigreen. And on the bottom, I think if you go to this page, actionsofImpact.com/green home, you can find that page. Definitely bookmark it, because every week we're going to have different speakers and different people come on. So one of the ideas that came up for me during this, just watching this, is that my son helped design it. And tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I was just thinking about that. I was just like, I'm so proud of my son, Adam Farver, because he's made an impact. And he actually built this platform, Actions of Impact. He did the whole sustainable show, on Earth Day. And the owner, Shane, actually was an amazing, Shane Dyer is the owner of this company. And by you purchasing today, he's willing to give you a sprinkler head for free. So you can purchase this product. You can go to our page and purchase it and get excited about it. But I think you're going to be really happy with it in Marin, because we need to save water. We need to bring forward, what it's going to take to make an ability, or give the ability for each of us as homeowners. I'm not a homeowner here, but Connie, you are. And
Yeah.
how do you design, all of these type things? I mean, his inspiration, I'm excited. And Shane couldn't get on as of yet. He might text me, but he was on Earth Day and he did that whole collaboration idea. So green businesses have to collaborate with each other. That's why I collaborated with Connie Kirk, because her collaboration of being an artist and being an amazing design person. I think talking about design for a few minutes, Connie, would be really cool. And we can talk about how we even thought about this. Like, what should we do together? We were talking about that. We were thinking, like, how are we going to do this? And what should we do? And it's really fun because Connie, with her knowledge and my knowledge around green homes and her design work, we are starting our own consulting called Green Home Marin. And so we're doing our local business, Green Home Marin, as a consulting business. I'm a nurse, and many of you know me, and some of you don't, but this work that I've done for years is helping families bring non-chemical products. And I had a green store. I had the first sustainable store back in Ithaca, New York, and it was Kirako Organics. And we had a sustainable store with composting toilets. We had natural paints. We had natural clay paints, and I made these huge murals. And I was telling Connie about it early. She said, "What does that mean?" And it was just kind of exciting because it took a moment of my whole dream was to do art products for kids that would be non-toxic. And I think these are ideas that will come up. And if you want to take these on, go for it, because it's so important. I can give you a lot of companies to go by. We need green companies. We need organizations that build green companies. And Connie, go ahead. What do you think?
Well, you brought up several things. In terms of design, I had the privilege of meeting a woman, Kathleen Cox, back in 2002. She wrote this book on Vastu living, Vastu. And Vastu is the oldest ancient science. I think it's older than feng shui for many people that know the term feng shui. But basically, it's an energetic placement, like feng shui, very much like feng shui, but it's simpler, actually. And I want to read you something. If you walk it, and that's from this book, Vastu Living, The Power of Vastu Living by Kathleen Cox. So you can purchase that if you're interested. So she says, if you walk into your home and there's no place where you can sit in serenity, if you walk into your home and find it impossible to unwind, if you walk into your home and it doesn't feel the slightest bit welcoming, then your home is contributing to your stress. And, just to sideline this, so many of us are sheltering in place. Most of us are sheltering in place in this country. And I don't know, I watch the news every day. So different areas open up, incrementally to, business, etc. But the idea of how much time we are spending in our own homes, in our own spaces, whether it be a room in someone else's house or an apartment or just a shelter. This has to do with homeless people too, that don't own a home or that don't live in a roof housing unit. You can make your environment pleasing and comfortable and spacious as you have in your space. So, I think it's really important emotionally to have the stress level as low as possible right now. And, normally I would say, oh gosh, if I'm working and I have a busy schedule, that's when I'm stressed. Well, not necessarily. That's busy work. And a lot of distractions, happen when we're busy. But we can also be very stressed in our environment when it's not pleasing to us, or when we think that we have too much to do to clean up an area in our home. Back off and maybe take a little corner, and focus on that corner. Kathleen Cox goes on to say, you can eliminate the stress that's attached to your personal environment. You can practice Vastu living, which is the contemporary version of the world's oldest holistic design and architectural system called Vastu. Again, it's Vastu. This ancient science, which is connected to yoga and Ayurveda, originated thousands of years ago in the land that we now call India. So hi to anybody from India that's on the call, Middle East. And let me see, I lost my space here. Your home, through the practice of Vastu living, you can design healthy spaces for living and working. Your home and work become a source of harmony, not disharmony. And I think, I'll just stop there. This is a whole conversation and, for maybe another program. But the idea that, this body that I inhabit is the temple for my spirit, my inner being, my inner knowingness. And this environment that I'm sitting in is the temple for this body, for the inner part of me and the inner knowingness. And so, if we just move out from this room, this house, this yard, this neighborhood, this city, this country, the world, it's all interconnected. We are all interconnected on this. Anyway, thank you.
Woo! Awesome. Awesome. This is the gift of Connie Kirk. And Connie Kirk Design is highly recommended. She does color consults, and we're really building our consultation. And Connie, I just honor you. That was really good, because I talk a lot about spiralarity and how we start with ourselves with the 4 pillars of Torch: peace, health, environment, and technology. So we start with that inner peace and that inner practice, right? And so I'm all about those inner practices and the environment around us. But the environment really has to start with what's going in your mouth and how are you taking in the environment, because the earth around us is our food. That's our earth. And so our environment is really about taking in food, right? And so then you've got health and food and all of that go together, but the health of your environment and inner peace makes a huge difference. And then we've got technology, which has moved into all of our lives. And a lot of it is really unhealthy if we stay on too long. And I have witness to that just by, spending too much screen time, too much on the screen. So I have a product called Gia Wellness, and I can put that up as well. But I think we can host that another week on electromagnetic fields. And I think that would be a really good one that Connie and I could really dive into. But my consulting, we're starting this consulting in Marin because we really feel like it's our home turf. It's our homes. It's the way we live. It's what we want people to have so they can feel good. Our neighbors to be good people. I just shared last night on a post on, I have beautiful people. And this is one of my beautiful people. I mean, Connie's one of my beautiful people. I call and talk to her every day, and we have beautiful people in Marin, and that's what we want to build. And you want to build that in your town. You want to build that in your community. So let us help you. Let us consult. We can consult online and we can consult in person. But for now, we're sheltered in place. So you can join us and you can get in touch with us. I can put my email here. The Torch family. Torch means the organization of, hang on, I can't do 2 things at once. Trying to get this up. The Torch family at gmail.com can get both Connie and I, and you're more than welcome to email me and we can create what you can have. We've got a Facebook page, Green Home Marin, so you can reach us on there as well and message us. So it's pretty exciting to bring it local right now, because as many of you know, and many viewers are from Pakistan, from India, from Nepal, from all over the world. And when I start looking at, how people are engaging, how people are embracing society right now in the fear that we've got, right? That deep fear. This is one of the greatest times where you can start settling in and doing a simple practice of saying thank you. Thank you for what you have. Thank you that you might have food in your body where many people don't have food. Thank you for the quality of life that you've been given. But let's bridge that further and make a green life, a green home, a green place. And Torch, the Organization for Realizing Change in Humanity, is my organization that I founded, but we are a shared leadership of entrepreneurs around the world. And every single person in the Torch family is about, all that we teach in peace, health, environment, and technology. And we're in 9 countries right now, and we're growing, and that expansion comes organically. And I think Connie is one of these people that helps everything grow organically in her own life. She's been an inspiration in my life. And what do you want to share about that, Connie? I mean, I feel like you're such a great knowledge of wisdom. And I'm so amazed at who you are. Every day that we talk, you bring that witness of wisdom. The other thing I will share is we are going to do Divine Wisdom Within, which is a closer circle. It's not going to be live. It's going to be a closer circle of spiritual relationships, because Connie and I talk a lot about spiritual relationships to this earth as well. So go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, you're very important in my life, and the heart that you bring to everything that you do, Lynn, is why you're important to me. You're not only a beautiful woman, but you have heart and strength and determination, and that's what's important here. That's what we need to change things. And I think consciousness is a big word, but it's very important. What we think, we manifest what we think. We actually put it into the universal cup or bowl or whatever, stir it up, and it starts manifesting. And of course, that's just a metaphor for life, but it's very important how we think and what we believe in. And I think spirituality, journeying, walking the path together, whatever you believe in is honored and respected here. And that's important. Everyone is equal. Everyone. Not just people in Marin, not just people in Chicago, not just people in New York City or New Delhi. Everybody is equal. And it doesn't matter what color we are, our backgrounds, our financial backgrounds, our, familial backgrounds, and none of that matters. It, really, in the scheme of things, it's our consciousness that matters and how we join together in heartfelt consciousness and belief systems. And this, green home energy field is huge, worldwide, universally. I happen to believe that there's way more than meets the eye, material, and we can start with Mother Earth and the planet, but there's a lot of planets out there beyond our planet, So the energy that we put out, the energetics that we put out, will either sustain us or go against us. The more conscious we become and the more conscious we live, the better chance we have of turning the tide on darkness in this planet, of negativity and unconscious thinking. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's funny how that word consciousness, I bring that back into the earth of just like grounded, practical application to life. And if we're not practical in our application to life, I mean, I got sick 6 weeks ago, and it was because I was racing too much. I was moving around and way too much, and I wasn't doing self-care. And I'm still like trying to clean that up. How do I bring that consciousness back home after, being a full student? And I'm so excited because I graduate in 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, I don't need one more thing. I'm going to take this big thing, which was a lot of time and a lot of energy. And I'm excited that I'm graduating, but it was like, it's time to self-care, And it's been powerful to watch what men do in this race to earn income and a livelihood. And there's no greater moment right now to be here with my friend Connie to say, we really want to help you with that. We really want to support you in living a catapulted life. Catapult your life into a presence for yourself. Catapult your life into this idea, because we all get out of balance. I don't think there is such a thing of getting to a balance. I think it's about always striving towards health, towards your environment, towards something. And it might step back, like myself, and it steps back, and then you put it back in place and you put order back in. And it's just a grace to be here with you, Connie, because I feel like you and I have been talking about this a long time. And it's like, here we are sharing our witness out, and that's what each of us needs, and comfortableness to be able to be a witness. So if there are any questions, put them on the post. We can answer them. We can
I,
invite people on as well, Connie. There's a few.
I would also like to just interject that if folks on the call have areas that they would like us to present on other shows in relation to what we just talked about, please, we'd love your input, and we can do research and have conversations on your areas of concern. Thanks.
Phenomenal. Exactly. Yeah. So let me put my Gmail back up. So if you have either on the comments right now, if you have a question, Connie and I can answer it, or if you have ideas that you'd like. I just got a group of women, Connie, that I'm totally excited. They got the poster. We have a beautiful poster. I'm going to share my screen again and show you. Connie and I will stay on this time, but in this poster, there's we make posters, and if you're an organization that want to come on, you can have your poster made by us, and then you can have your business, really brought forth on your platform, and we can stream it directly to your platform. So it's another way that Green Home Marin can help green businesses. The other area of our lives that, we really want to support today is, how to live a sustainable life with a sane mind as well. And Green Home is bringing in, different entrepreneurs that are helping people with natural products, but also using tapping, using oils, using a relationship, energetic medicine like Connie, cooking classes like myself, and any of you that are doing a sustainable business. It's really important, along with products like the product we shared today with Irrigreen. So contact us here. We're more than willing to support you and your organization. We're more than willing to collaborate with you and create systems of change. And that's what the Torch family's been all about. And again, go on this link that's on the bottom here, ticking by you, actions of impact /Green Home. And make sure you put in the HTTP because it works, and then the www.actionsofimpact. And you'll find us there, and you'll find the link. I'll leave that up with Green Home this week, but you will get a free sprinkler, and maybe he'll, I think his offer, let's see where Adam put this up for us, and he put the offer on here. Let's see what it says right here. Green Home Irrigreen offer. Receive a free digital sprinkler head when you upgrade to Irrigreen. So that's a pretty cool offer. And I think, as you come forward to help the earth be greener, it's pretty exciting to offer up a support system. And so if you want to support us today and with our show, there's a PayPal account, so you can always PayPal us. We would love your support. Let me get that up on the ticker. But Connie, share a little bit while I put that up on what your thoughts about of this solar sprinkler. I mean, you looked at it and you said, I need one of those. Like,
oh, yeah, I'm going for that. It's easy to waste water. It's really easy to waste water and not even be able to water the areas of a yard that need to be watered efficiently. So I think that, just becoming conscious of the fact that there are products. We welcome, anybody who wants to join us with your products, your ideas. This is a win-win situation. We're promoting people, we're putting ourselves out there, asking for your help, and giving you our ideas that we've incorporated in our lives. And we welcome your input. Lynn, is Jamie from Young Living Essential Oils coming on next program, or is that today?
Well, I just got a wonderful email, so let me stop sharing here. This is kind of exciting. Here's our PayPal account, a solar power day at gmail.com. We'll have solar links. We have so many aspects here that we can support you. We can help you finance like church programs, if you have churches or a little bit larger than a home system, or if you have a larger home. My son's going to share possibly next week, but Shane Dreyer, that is the owner of Irrigreen, just texted me and said he would be on next Saturday.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's really exciting. He's going to come on and give his inspiration. So he couldn't come on this week, but it's pretty exciting to have him want to come on and deal with this in a way that he will share that witness of why was he inspired to build a solar sprinkler. I mean, he's an eco-inspired living entrepreneur. I mean, that's just cool. And that's what our other the work that let me just put this on here. Eco-inspired living. And I might be able to bring that up too, Connie, because it has our Earth Day event. And
Okay.
Connie was supposed to be on Earth Day, and we had to change our platform. And I couldn't get her at the time when I had her. And so it's so cool to have you here. I'm like super happy. But she's just a really big inspiration for all of us. So here's the idea. If you want to go on here, these are eco-inspired living things that are happening around the planet and the globe. And so I said we'd go local to the globe. And, as you start moving in the social media that we've got, and I know Connie's, been looking at this too, I think, the kids all the way across the country that I've inspired to go green. I don't know if it's a time when I could actually play that movie, Connie, and for everybody. But when you go global and you impact kids that don't have anything, to grow food in a garden, to grow food in a place where food is, pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty powerful moment. And I love these kids. This is where money goes to. We have an NGO. So we also have an NGO that you can donate. Your money can be free of charge. But the money today at the PayPal is for the Green Home Marin because it's an actual business. So we have both aspects. And, is that movie, does that sound good right now? Should I play it?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
I think it would be really inspirational to the kids if they see themselves live. Let me see if it will come on. I think you'll enjoy this movie. This is from Pakistan, and I started working with this organization, this school, 3.5 years ago. And when I started looking at what's happening for kids around the world, what's happening for kids globally, what can be inspired? And my daughter started talking to other kids from there. She's 15, they're 15. Now she's 18. That was 3.5 years ago. And these kids are charged by each other. And my daughter lives in the wealthiest county, right? Marin's a very wealthy county. And they live in poverty. The bridge became one in this global platform. And I was just like, I don't know. It just touched me in a way that I brought forward something in myself that said, this has to happen, So our goal with Torch Seeds, my organization, again, that has so many of us, can really make a difference. But let's play that just for a minute for you. It's just a 2-3 minute show, but I think you'll enjoy it. So.
Hello friends, I would like to show you our school. This is our school signboard. Inside of our school, friends, this is a solar school. You can see our solar. Hello.
Audio preview.
The This is all beautiful. You can see the flowers. It's a green school. We would like to show you the computer lab. Hello, teacher. Yes, this is the computer lab. You can see all the kids are learning different programs. So, hello, Isanla, what are you doing?
I'm listening to soccer.
Yes. What would you like to say about Taj family?
Long live Taj family.
Hello? Yes, what would you like to?
Thank you, Mama Line for seeds.
Yes, Mr. Hussain.
Mama Line, you are so kind.
I will support you and the Taj family, and we are proud to be working with you and also working under your leadership.
Audio preview.
Thank you so much.
There we are. So I give this over because that schoolyard had 100 kids and there was no green. And what Raymont has done for that school has opened up so many kids in Pakistan wanting to do this, school teachers wanting to do this. Fatima Aziz is saying amazing, but I just want to introduce you to Fatima Aziz. She runs the Eco-Inspired Living Show, which is sporadic, but we're on pretty often. This show is going to be, Green Home Marin is going to be every Saturday at 11 a.m. by hook or by crook. In case something happens, we'll try to get some other hosts, but you know, it's not easy running business online, as many of us know. There's fatigue that happens with, you know, just being online. But Fatima is an amazing entrepreneur herself. She has a dream to build her own school. So everybody in the family has their own dreams, their own witness. And Fatima has been just a really solid person in my school life and my life of Pakistan, and she and I met in Pakistan, and it was just so fun to meet her and then get to know her and then say, I want to be part of the Torch family. People come to us to want to be part of the Torch family. We don't go to them. And it's been, you know, I'll ask people if they've been on, but she actually was a huge input on Earth Day. So I just want to honor her. I have another good friend here, Virginia Sushila. She was just on a show with me. And she's a midwife, and we just did a midwife show, and it wasn't one of our eco-inspired living shows or the Green Marin show like this, but she's an amazing impact for women and entrepreneurs all around the world. She's gotten involved with the global leadership now. I want to introduce Ali Raza. He's new to the Torch family, but he's been tremendously informative. He does short clips and videos, and his dream is to really build this out, so he helps a lot of people with short videos. So Connie, we'll have to get a little video made for you and I for our Green Home Marin. And then this is Abbas, and he's new to the Torch family as well. He said he and his wife are watching us, and he's super happy about watching us. And so it's kind of cute just watching who's been coming on, who's been opening up. I have a new friend, and he actually is working with a global business, Ishtiaq Rana, and he's in Dubai. And so we've got a friend from Dubai, and she's really exciting. And then Miriam is also a new Torch family member. They all came in at Earth Day. It was like, you know, Fatima and I have been doing the work, and they all came in. And we have many members. And I just want to give a big shout out to Abdul Sumra, who made our poster today, who made, he did a lot of work on Eco-Inspired Living this week. So all of our show that you can see from Earth Day, we're building it right now, but Eco-Inspired Living is kind of the brand that Adam and it came from my son, Adam. And it's because of Mother's Day that I'm sharing this. Like, I feel like very inspired by my son and what he's done in the world to make his family aware of eco. And Connie, you have a family. Share a little bit about your love and your community and what happens, you know, to each of us. We go through bumps, we go through different things, but you come back to home and you bring your home sacred. And that's what we're talking about, Green Home Marin. We're bringing our home in and we're bringing it down from the global back down now to San Anselmo. Connie's been here for 38 years. She grew up, didn't you grow up in California?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a Californian, but I didn't grow up in Marin County. I was
Right.
born here, and then my parents moved when I was 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But share a little bit more, just and we'll end the show. We thank you for coming on. But Connie, bring us out with your wisdom today. Let's bring your consciousness out. And if you have questions, like we said, please feel free to really embrace the gift of Mother Earth, the gift of going green, the gift of really looking at what will it take for you to go green. Chemicals in your home. I'll share a lot. We'll bring in companies here, and our Green Home Marin has started. So Connie, bring us out. You're it.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that's come on the show and are interested in participating in this platform. And I think, families on Mother's Day in the United States here, we gather with our families, and our families may not be just blood relatives. They may be friends. Some people don't have any families left. Some people, the other thing that's going on right now worldwide is the heartfelt grief and sadness from the loss of loved ones in our families due to this coronavirus. And any other health concern or reason for fatalities that we face as human beings. Our families are part of us and our association with our friends, and so it's a time of acknowledging that, bringing in the acknowledgement that it's not just me that suffers, it's all of us as humanity. We all suffer loss, and when so many people have lost their lives as of the last couple of months on the planet, it can be overwhelming for us, really. So I encourage everybody to, if you can, make your sacred space. Start understanding that your space is holding the temple that holds your heart and your heart space, and give to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your family members. Be gentle with each other, and let's create a better space for our living and breathing on this planet. And let's create the biggest gift that we can give back to Mother Earth, which is renewing her natural state. Thanks.
Woo! I have to do this, and I thank you for bringing us out. But I want to just share one more thing, because it's our collaborators for Earth Day. 2020 or Bust for Mother's Day is asking everybody to plant trees and get trees for your mother, because your mother is this beautiful earth. And on Mother's Day, let's support the planet, definitely on a deep level. But you can go to 2020 or Bust, the dream for Earth Day that was lived through 2020 or Bust. It's an app, so you can download the app, but you can plant trees for Mother's Day, and that will help the next generations of mothers. And the goal is 1 million trees by May 31st, and we need you all to, kind of create that. And so I just want to put that back out. And again, let's go back to Shane. And I really, really thank you all for joining us, like Connie said. And we send prayers, we send light, we send love to all of you. we need a safe space. We need people to be safe in our lives, and we need beautiful people to be part of our lives. And it's time to shift spiritually a new way of design, a new way of designing our lives. And if you would like Connie and I to be part of your home, to be part of collaboration with you in your home and your family, I hope we can serve you. We've got this opportunity now to be able to bring, forward an online consult. So you are more than welcome to contact us, okay? And so you can get us through Actions of Impact /Green Home, and we get your messages there. There's a chat box at the bottom of that room, and just chat in what your needs are, and we can be there for you. Okay? Connie? Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful day or evening, whatever time zone you're in.
Blessings. Have a beautiful day. Thank you very much.
Blessings.
Peace.